In this question, it's given that x equals -2 is the root of this equation. That means we are given -2 as the root of this equation. Further, it says that find the value of k so that the roots of the quadratic equation, this, right, root of this equation are equal. That means roots of this equation are equal. Now, the first thing that we will do here is to obtain the value of p, because once we have the value of p, we can plug in the value of p over here to get the value of k. Now, since -2 is the root of this equation, we can obtain the value of p by replacing x with 2, x with -2. So this is 3 times minus 2 whole square plus 7 times -2 plus p should be equal to 0. Why? Because -2 is the root of this equation. Now let's simplify. This is how much? Negative 2 whole square is positive 4. 4 into 3 is 12. So this is 12 plus this is 7 into -2 is -14. -14 plus p equals 0. This will give you negative 2 plus p equals 0. On transposing -2 to the other side, we got the value of p. So once we got the value of p, this is the value of p. As I said, we are going to replace p in this equation with 2. So replacing this is, we have x square plus k times 4x plus k minus 1 plus p. And what is p? P we got as 2. This p is replaced with this. Now roots of this are equal, but before we find the root, what you can see, this is not in the standard form. So let's first convert them in the standard form. So we are opening the bracket, distributing k inside. So this is 4k times x plus k multiplied by k is how much? K square. K multiplied by -1 is minus k plus 2 equals 0. Now you can compare this with the standard form. That is, with the standard form is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So what is a here? A is the coefficient of x square, which is 1 in this case. B, which is the coefficient of x, which is 4k, and c, which is the constant term. This is, whole of this is constant, that is k square minus k plus 2 is c. Now what we know, for equal roots, d is equal to 0. Why? Because it is given that the roots of this is, so d is equal to 0, and d is what? B square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Alternately, I can also write b square is equal to 4 times ac. Now what is b? B is 4 times k. So I should write this as 4 times k square equals 4 times 4ac. A is 1 and c is this. So c is what? K square minus k plus 2. 4k square is 16, right? So this is 16 times k square. I will not distribute this 4. Let this be outside. Minus k plus 2. Now from here I can cancel this 4 and this 16. So on simplifying, this is 4 times k square and this is k square. So on the left hand side you will get how much? 3 times k square. Transposing negative k to the left hand side, it is positive k, and transposing positive 2 to the left hand side, it is negative 2 equal to 0. So the next thing we are going to do is to factorize this to get the value of k. So we'll be doing middle term splitting here. What you can see that from 3 into 2, from the factors of 6, from these factors of 6, we need to get 1. So that is 3 into 2 is what? 6. And we can split 6 as 3 into 2. That is 3x minus 2x. So let it be this as 3k square plus, I can write k as what? I can write k as 3k minus 2k minus 2 equals 0. Now common from the first two term is what? 3k. So this gives you k plus 1, and common from the last two term is minus 2. So that's why I'm getting k plus 1. So now if I take k plus 1 common from here, what do we get? We get 3k minus 2 equals 0. Now if I equate this with 0, what do we get? We get k as what? Negative 1. And equating this with 0, we'll get k as what? 2 over 3, right? So therefore we'll say that k can take two values. It is minus 1 or 2 by 3 for this equation to have equal roots.